Hi guys, Caroline here. I just felt the need to shuffle these cards. Are you having a good day or had a good day? We're in the evening here. If you can hear background noise, it's because my neighbours are having a party. It's actually quite good, to be fair. So yeah, right, what have we got for the collective? Definitely wasn't the big lot that I'm supposed to get out. Oh, that one came out. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. So your soul tribe are your soul tribe. We've got the Pleiades on the bottom, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. Right, what else have we got? This big glob of cards. Actually, there's only two, but this came out for me the other day. Council of Light. Divine orchestration, help us in the subtle realms. So you may feel, you may even feel alone in the physical realm, but even if you're surrounded by people, but you're very protected and loved because they know your mission. And not everyone gets the memo on your mission, and it'll be, you've got to back yourself. Trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So you may be having little niggles. You got to trust your gut. These women here, they're almost like soul sisters, but you've got to trust your gut instinct on certain things, even with relationships going forward. This is the Pleiades, but very much your soul family going forward. That reminds me of twins, to be honest, because you've got the symmetry. So it's very divinely protected by the etheric realm. And though it can be difficult to comprehend with your muggle mind, you know, this, your lower self, if you like, you are protected though. Just shuffling and this popped out. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. So you may having to be cut cords with people, places or things. And you will know within your gut who, what, where, and whether your vibration is cohesive with others in your life. And sometimes that means you take a separate path, like me, away from family. And it can be quite challenging to the, I mean, mine's being, I left my home of origin back in 1998. So it's been a long journey. And at that time, I had hope, right? That, and you know, and it still may manifest, but I think a lot of water goes under the bridge, and you've just got to follow your own calling at all stages and be true to you, because no one has walked your path like you. But the beauty is, the Council of Light have witnessed your whole life. It is recorded, it is documented in detail. Every interaction, every relationship, every friendship, every soul contract even, the orchestration of happenings in your life to teach you lessons. What else has come out? Imrama, where are you being called to journey to? So you may be called, and this might not necessarily mean a physical journey. This may be a journey of the soul. My calling was very much a journey of the soul, and part of life in the now moment is following those nudges. Oh, and look on the bottom of the deck, Star Mother. And I feel very much that my Star Mother, Mary Magdalene even, or Mary, Mother Mary, all the divine feminines that have gone on before, even like the Joan of Arc, right? She stood by her calling. She was, it came to me before because there's a song, isn't there, with Joan of Arc in it? What is it? Joan of Arc, forever hypnotizing. Do 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 do. She's so fine. No, she's so high, high above me. She's so lovely. She's so high. However it goes. Sorry, I'm a bit out of tune there. But go and check that lyrics of that song, and it's about Cleopatra, Joan of Arc, hypnotizing. I don't know that hypnotizing was in there either, but I've been drawn to hypnotherapy because of the working with the subconscious mind a lot. Don't dim to fit in. Don't dim your light. Others will try and steal your light, and that's not okay with divine. We're like, that ain't happening. No, someone will try and steal your light too. Claim it as their own, right? But divine sees everything. Boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? Dare I say it, this might be with family members. So you may be in physical, you may have been in a like myself, in a period of soul isolation or physical isolation for your soul work, for your soul healing, for soul growth, to help you discern the path forward for you and your journey. So listen to those soul nudges, and divine will continue to speak those soul nudges to re-establish and reconfirm and rejiggle. And you may be a person that has not has heard your soul, but the voice of the ego or the lower self and the muggle mind, if you like, has always taken over. And I think this is probably the case with certain twins, particularly masculine twins, or even masculines that are actually acting more like divine feminines, because it's just energy. I mean, masculine and feminine polarity. For example, I lost my husband, so I'm having to be both roles. And so, you know, you're judged. You're judged because you're having to balance your necessities with the whole thing, right? And it's not an easy path. And other women can scoff at that, or even deride try and, like I said, you know, it's better felt than tout, isn't it? If you're in that situation, people can't enter into the pain that you experience, and so they see you as weak if you express your vulnerability in a moment. But the truth is, you're very strong underneath. And you're just expressing what your heart feels with the pain of it sometimes. And yeah, you got to break the chain. break the chain of even people's opinions, judgments, however it is. You have to do your own path. You got to say no. You got to say no. You got to say no. Even if it's loved ones, sometimes you just got to put the wall up and say no. This ain't happening. This interaction is no longer happening because I see it as toxic, manipulative, and if it brings you down, that's not okay. That is not okay. So yeah, just be mindful of those around you, and if your gut instinct are picking up that things aren't, you know, the energy's off, trust your gut. It's not wrong. So what am I going to read? What am I feeling out of all these? So just think about these words. So we had Soul Family, we had Council of Light, we had the Pleiades, Imrama, where you've been called to, break the chain, trust the niggle, don't dim to fit in, protection, Star Mother, and boundaries. So I'm going to read out trust the niggle. If it means you separate yourself for a time, you do what you have to do for your own soul balance and harmony. There is nothing wrong with that. You don't have to justify yourself to anybody, particularly if the energies are heavy and you're being projected on. It's not okay. What's in the niggling feeling trying to tell you? That niggling feeling, that annoying niggling feeling, that inconvenient, annoying, niggling feeling. Are you getting the message? Try as you might, it's there and it ain't going anywhere. Most people spend years ignoring that niggling feeling. Don't ignore that niggling feeling anymore. Please stop. Throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, masculines. I know how to be stubborn too, believe me, but with divine, it doesn't really work well. They seem to break you down one way or another. Throwing their best dollops of stubbornness, ego, and post-rationalization to numb them out. It's exhausting, and until you face the niggle, life just throws you more bait to awaken it. So if you're triggered, think about that triggering and what's it trying to teach you. To draw your attention to the light within you that is bursting to come out. The niggle is an arrow pointing to what is standing in your way. The relationship, the conversation, the decision, the shift that needs to be made, the stone in your shoe. Often we feel the niggling feeling in your body first. Many people think that intuition is something from the higher realms, but in fact it is in the body. That is the intuitive one, working through our senses to develop, but develop as well. Working through our senses, which you do develop, to deliver vibrational information. It takes just a moment every day to scan your body, to receive the intuitive intelligence and act on it quickly. You're being called to face the niggle now. If you don't face it, the universe will throw something much bigger and more obvious in your path. And then you will likely regret that you didn't answer the niggle in the first place. I know it's scary, but you are safe. Answer the niggle now. So what is that? Is it a job? Is it a relationship? Is it a new project? Is it setting those healthy boundaries with even loved ones, family members even? What is it? Break the chain. Yeah, you got to break that chain. Let's have a look at break the chain. Break the chain, break the chain. No, I can't find it. I keep seeing soul family as well. Call in your soul tribe. Break the chain, here we go. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. You're being called to heal your family line or free yourself from living in the life of your ancestors. So sometimes you have to cut off from your ancestors because you've gone as far as you can go. At the end of the day, you're only responsible for your own healing. You're not responsible for your family's healing. You can show them the way, but they still have to take it themselves. And you don't want to be caught in the crossfires of them healing or their unwillingness and stubbornness not to heal. This could mean letting go of an old pattern of your maternal or paternal line. Healing trauma from the past that is not even yours, or observing old ways of being that no longer serve you. We carry emotional trauma in our luminous field for up to 7 generations back. This is why family patterns can be the hardest to break. Often they are not even ours to begin with, but we do not know another way of being, and so we continue playing out the drama. The thing to notice when ancestral healing comes up is that you cannot heal another person. What was I just saying? I've never read this. But your own healing can cause another person to choose to heal. Energy is freed up. You are being guided now to look at your life and decide how you want it to be. What ways of being or patterns are you ready to free yourself from? What part of your future do you want to rewrite? Now is the time to shake them off and dream a new future into being. And the work, your light action, what old ways of being from your family line are ready are you ready to let go? Seek assistance from your support team, tribe, friends, healers, coaches, etc. to begin freeing yourself from it now. So this can be just a process. Don't be too harsh on yourself because it can take time. It doesn't have to take time, but it's just as and when the subjects come up to be seen, to be healed. Soul family, but yeah, call in your tribe. Where are you being called to journey? The council of light are always around you, and I only ever call on the highest white light on this channel. Don't dim your light to fit in. You know, if people don't misunderstand you, they judge you behind your back because well, their energy puts you off your own path, then really a healthy boundary needs to be set because they're actually hindering you from your own light, and that's not okay. So don't dim your light to fit in. Trust the niggle, break the chain, and then we've got protection. So you're being protection, so call back your protection, and Star Mother, Divine Mother, and the motherly divine goddess figures are healing this. And don't forget to set those boundaries. So I'm going to look up Star Mother now because I think it's good to end on the Star Mother. Star Mother, let's have a look. Just got to find it. And we've got the Council of Light too, but let's find it. Yeah, the music in the background. Hopefully you can still hear me. But anyway, if the sound quality is bad, I apologise. How can you mother yourself? You are more held than you could possibly imagine, loved and cherished so dearly that if you knew, you would not spend 1 second of your life in separation, worry or fear. And you may be feeling separated because of these healthy boundaries, and because you can be surrounded by people but they don't really know you, including your family, right? It can be challenging because you can be in their presence but not feel heard, not feel seen. And I think family always love you deep down, but it doesn't mean that they're going to be in alignment with your path, which means there may be misunderstandings. But the way I look at it is, on the flip side, you know, when we leave this body, everything is revealed. And sometimes these things aren't meant to be revealed in the here and now. And sometimes the judgment will come, but it's not a judgment it'll be like, oh, I see why she was the way she was, or I see what she was struggling with, because all of a sudden I'm going through an experience similar and I'm like, I was so mean to her, I didn't understand. Oh, but now I understand. It's a bit like telepathy, eh? You know, like you finally... I'll tell you something that happened to me. I thought it was in a dream state, but I actually think I actually left my body. I won't say where or when, but I left my body and I was unconscious for a moment, and I believe it was divine intervention. I was fine. But I went to a place and I was speaking with an elder, so the higher light council. I know, but I was very aware of a masculine voice, but they weren't allowing me to remember who this masculine voice was. I just was aware that I knew them, and knew them like they were very close to me. And I was granted the hearing of the ear, where I could hear everyone's perspectives in any given situation. And it was very eye-opening, because we can get trapped in our own perceptions, can't we? And, you know, we're all guilty of this, because we can think that it's, you know, black and white with our perceptions. But the thing is, none of us can live each other's lives, and we've all had a unique path. And you know, some of us do have a harder path, but I think it's because our soul has chosen it. Our soul has chosen us to ascend. What's not okay is if we're trying to dim another's light. So don't allow, and this is why this is coming up, don't allow others to steal from you. And divine don't like that anyway. I mean, really, karmically, that's not really good on them, because deep down they know they're doing it. Their subconscious knows they're doing it. You know, it's a bit like manipulation as well. Like, you're manipulating to get what you want. You're not considering another's needs. You know, and we can all come from our own perspective, but it's trying to, I'm very aware of having, since that experience, aware of looking at everyone's perspective. But that can almost be a trap in itself, because you're literally analysing any situation from multiple dimensions, if you like, multiple perspectives. It can actually be very draining. But I think that's a gift I've been given to a point. But there's still things where my humanness can step in. You know, no one's perfect, right? But you know when it's, you've got to have, you know, when you're being disrespected, or you're being people are dropping hints for you to try and pick up to make their life easier, right? And that's not really cool, right? You know, you got to give because you desire to give, not because you're being forced to give. You know, you've got to come from, everyone should have soul autonomy in that. Anyway, I hope that helped somebody. Maybe it was important. I think that was 24, right? Or was that? No, 24, 34, sorry. Anyway. Let the mother carry your burdens. Let her rock away your fears. Lay all your worries, regrets, shame and guilt on her altar. Please, please, sweet child, do not fear. You are love in motion. If you allow it, you are already healed. Let her remind you of your goodness. Let her love away your fears. Your capacity to love and hold others is limited to your capacity to love and hold yourself. Be compassionate with your sweet body, mind and soul. Treat yourself like the beautiful spirit that you truly are. Remind yourself that you are doing your best and try not to carry it all on your own. People can say they're with you, but until somebody's been through what you're going through or actually trying to step in, and often they can't, it's very hard, isn't it? You've still got to walk your own path. No one can walk it for you. You have got this, and the mother has got you. Let her broad arms take away your burdens. Let her lift the weight of the world off your shoulders. Forgive yourself, my dear sweet child of the earth. So just have compassion for yourself, and just remember, you know, you cannot give without first receiving. It is nigh on impossible. You need to be able to fill your own cup first and then pour from a full cup, not half a cup, not quarter of a cup, not a depleted cup. Otherwise, you're going to end up with nothing. And then who's going to fill your cup up? So you need to be, you know, pouring from a fuller cup, which means pouring into you first and foremost, and not feeling guilty about that, because you have to live with you for the rest of your life, from the moment that you're born till the moment that we pass this scene. But we have the divine protection and the soul family, which I didn't actually get, did I? I didn't. But the Council of Light, Council of Light, and the soul family. Anything else you want me to read out of this lot? I'll just, soul family jumped out then. Right, okay. Call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. It's time to call in your soul family and support team. People who get you at soul level. Ooh. They're usually very few and far between. It will literally be 1, 2, if that. Like, maybe your children, but they're very, in my opinion, but we can have a big collective group of soul, but those that truly know your essence, they are very rare indeed. And I believe your twin knows, but it's whether their 3D self will admit it, that they may be on the journey to their soul and they may be uncomfortable listening to the soul voice and acting upon it. They may be going through hardship lessons and stubbornness and ego and unwillingness, and you know, they may have said no, don't want it, and that's their free will, right? But that's not going to stop you from doing what's right for you. People who are the same kind of weird as you. People who are your chosen family. They are coming and they are looking for you. So you might not even advertise. I know I haven't. So, you know, they may still be waiting to be uncovered. And maybe you've been going through a patch of purging the old, you know. And sometimes you don't actually know what's going to come about by certain relationships. And that's okay. You can literally hold it in the hand and give it to divine and say, I actually don't know what's the best, the highest and best good for this relationship, whatever it is. If you haven't found them yet, this is a sign that they are close by. But in order for them to find you and recognize you, when they do, it is important that you stop dimming your light and truly let yourself be seen. Very much don't dim to fit in. This is backing that up, and this is from the soul family one. So don't dim to fit in. No longer, no more. No, you know enough now. You don't need to be worried about the opinions of even your own family. you can just let that all go and just go, another one bites the dust. And that can seem a bit harsh, but the truth is, you have to be true to your soul. You have to be. And, you know, if you're being true to your soul, you're actually helping them anyway. That's my opinion. If you have already found them, then you are being called to let them support you and perhaps also assemble a wider support team. Your support team can consist of all types of people, such as therapists, coach, mentors, or healers. Tune into what kind of support you need now. So it's just those little interactions, you know, those moments where you meet someone on the street and they just have a word in season. They're random, the person from the plumbing shop, or, you know, the local DIY shop. It can be anyone and anything. And some faces come back around in your life, but often you are faced with new faces, which is good because divine can speak through the voice of a stranger, often better than people you know. So, I think I read Don't Dim to Fit In, didn't I? I'm sure I did. I can't remember. Don't dim to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Don't dim your light to accommodate someone else's smallness. We are all born to shine big and bright. The universe is expanding and you are part of the universe, so expanding is part of your nature. If someone makes you want to retract, notice and slowly back away, they are not for you and you are not for them. Better yet, find it within yourself to expand and shine your light anyway. Flowers don't open and close according to who is walking by. They open and show their beauty regardless. If others don't want to be around you or you make them uncomfortable, it's because you are shining light on the fact that they are dimming to fit in. By choosing to shine bright, you may just inspire them to turn on their light too. Or not. Keep your light on anyway. All relationships are essentially an energetic agreement. The moment one person decides to start rising up and allowing their light to shine, it charges the energetic agreement and can create some waves. That's completely normal. The relationship that are meant to last will adapt to that change in energy. Others won't because they were likely born under the proviso of I love you as long as you don't shine brighter than me. That's exactly what I was talking about earlier. That's okay. Not, it's as she said here, I just said it's not okay, but they're in the book, they're putting that's okay. Not all people are meant to be in your life forever, but the lessons they teach us can still live on. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? So you may have learnt a lot in even going as far back as me from December 1998 when I moved to New Zealand. And in that period of time, you have had great and immense growth, but also very lonely, isolated patches where you have had to learn to listen to your own inner soul. And hence why we are now speaking on YouTube and the likes. Because we do have something that cannot be gained by reading a book. And so these things will just come to pass when they're meant to, and they will be revealed when they're meant to, and you just keep shining your light. That's the most important thing. So anyway, sending you so much love, whether you know me or not. Curious as to who's viewing and liking, and please do like, please subscribe, please support me as best you can. Please comment if you feel the need or so desire, how it's helped you today or tonight. Yeah, hope this finds you when you need it, and I'm going to be heading to bed soon, but with the noise in the background, maybe it won't be an early night. Anyway, I'm glad they're having a nice time next door. Lots of love to everybody. Bye for now.